Every time you feel unmotivated, you are losing a war you don't even know is being fought. Today, we kill the ghosts. We reclaim the cockpit. Welcome to the fortress. You think you are the pilot of your life. You are wrong. You are a passenger in a vehicle driven by ancient chemical ghosts. Every time you get angry, every time you feel unmotivated, every time you seek comfort, you are losing a war you don't even know is being fought. The world profits from your emotional instability. An angry man is easy to sell to. A lonely man is easy to distract. A motivated man is just another consumer. Today, we kill the ghosts. We reclaim the cockpit. New section, the sovereign prototype. To understand the fortress, we must look at the prototype. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the most powerful man on Earth sat in a tent on the edge of a frozen battlefield. His name was Marcus Aurelius. He was the emperor of Rome, yet he was a slave to nothing. While his generals panicked and his empire crumbled under the weight of plague and betrayal, he sat in silence. He wrote to himself not for an audience, but for his own soul. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He was practicing the biological override before we had a name for it. He understood that a leader who cannot lead his own heartbeat cannot lead an empire. He viewed his emotions not as himself, but as a set of tools. If the tool was broken, he set it aside. If the sensation was a distraction, he labeled it as false. This is the pedigree of the architect. You aren't just trying to be productive. You are joining a lineage of men who realized that the ultimate conquest is not over land or people, but over the chemistry of one's own skull. New section, Neurological warfare. Consider the amygdala. It is a primitive piece of hardware designed for a world that no longer exists. Its only job is survival. It doesn't care about your 10-year plan. It doesn't care about your discipline. It only cares about the next hit of safety or dopamine. In 2026, we call this the amygdala hijack. When you are stressed, your brain physically diverts blood flow away from the prefrontal cortex, the seat of your logic, and dumps it into the limbic system. You are literally losing the ability to think. You are becoming a reactive animal. This is why you cannot reason with yourself when you are emotional. The core insight. The secret of the elite is not suppressing emotion. That is a fool's errand. The secret is disidentification. The architect doesn't say, "I'm angry." The architect says, "I observe a sensation of anger in the body." Do you see the difference? One is a victim, the other is a witness. By shifting your language, you widen the gap between the stimulus and the response. This is called affect labeling. It is the tactical override used by deep-sea divers and special operators. They don't try to stop the fear. They label it, they observe it, and by observing it, they're neutralizing it. The brain cannot be the witness and the victim at the same time. Choose your role. New section, the architecture of rewiring. Discipline is not an act of will. It is an act of neuroarchitecture. Every time you successfully label and observe, you are strengthening the neural pathway between your prefrontal cortex and your amygdala. You are physically building a bridge. Eventually, the bridge becomes a highway. What used to take 3 minutes of struggle now takes 3 seconds of observation. You become untouchable, not because you don't feel, but because you process your feelings at a speed the average man cannot comprehend. While they are still drowning in the first wave of an emotion, you have already mapped it, labeled it, and returned to your work. This is the competitive advantage of the architect. The final protocol. Here is your protocol for the next 24 hours. When a strong emotion hits, whether it's the urge to scroll or the spark of a temper, you will do nothing for 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, You will mentally say one word: observing. If the emotion is heavy, you will describe it like a scientist. I observe a tightness in the chest. I observe a quickening of the pulse. Do not give it a name like anxiety or fear. Give it a physical description. Strip it of its narrative. You're labeling the breach. You're taking the controls back from the chemical ghost. You're acting as the architect of your own biology. The emotions will still be there, but they will no longer have a vote in your actions. The fortress is not built in a day. It is built in the 3 seconds between a feeling and a choice. Go and build yours. Stay disciplined.